Hello guys, hope you're doing well today. Coming at you with the next excerpt of my first novel, Black and White Odyssey of Eden, in a series. Here we go. Let's see here. The weight of its energy and his completely depleted strength was slowly suffocating his unconquerable soul. The dust seeped in the oval, only able to guard him against the sky. Any slight breeze would cause the particles to fall upon him. It remained his torture, that it was never an option to give up. He would never find anything. In a final desperate attempt to transmute the tragedy manifesting itself around him, he fumbled for the other cylinder and attached it to the back of the RAA. The shield then collapsed as the machines transformed into a torus. He was now taking the full brunt of the dust, his body disintegrating before him, his hands shaking, the bones of his knuckles exposed. He placed both hands on what seemed to be hand grips that appeared on the torus and twisted them. Everything fell silent, the dust frozen in place. The torus was suspended a few feet above the ground, spinning at several thousand revolutions per minute in mid-air. There is no way. This is my penance. I am alone, he said aloud to himself. Barely enough energy to get the words out, eyes falling half-closed in a daze. His destroyed hands fell to the ground as he sat on his knees, head down in hopelessness. Before another word could escape through his lips, he remembered something. There was something here. He had seen, something he had felt. He looked up to the north. The pale green shield the pylon was producing in the distance was fracturing, but the progression of events had frozen. Everything had stopped. It would be only moments before the shield collapsed, leaving all within it defenseless. A woman in a tattered gray dress and meek from malnourishment, was standing, reaching for the scientist. 3 men were reaching for her as they lay on the ground in agony. No one else was paying any attention, consumed by their own torment, crying out in terror. The scientist's eyes locked with hers. He knew he had only moments, for the torus had its limits. It had opened up a pocket in the scientist's choice space, allowing him a short period before his choices would collapse into the event horizon of the world around him. This tool was yet another artifact of the looking glass, but this did not matter, and he did not remember anyway. In his current condition, 40 feet might as well have been a mile. In the endless terror of the forsaken souls writhing in confusion and insanity, he remembered only this. She was the chance. She stood there, her brunette hair burnt from illness and squalor. She saw him. In some way the others did not, she saw him. He remembered. She was worth it. He tried to stand, but howled in pain. His screams fell upon deaf ears in the silence of the torus's energy, which was to say in his own mind. What a perfect symbol this was of his torture, he thought. He fell to the ground, which only caused him more pain as the wet dirt caked to his bloodied body. He crawled on his hands and feet towards the woman, silently pleading with her in his mind, begging her to save him from this, begging her to be a chance. If only she were a chance. If only it were anything. Anything. His shot in the dark, incarnate. His crawl on all fours devolved into wading on his stomach through the now blood-stained mud, grasping handfuls in desperate attempts to effect any forward movement to reach her. His time was growing ever shorter, as the torus was beginning to wear out, its spin steadily slowing. Finally, after several minutes, he lay before her, prone on the ground. He knew that such a Herculean effort would amount to nothing if he did not stand, look upon her, and find something. That's it for this section. I'll come at you with the next one later. Love y'all. Peace.